Good evening. I play a lot of video games. As of this video, I've beaten over 70 games this year already, and I don't plan on stopping. So why not bring you into this depraved obsession of mine by talking about the games I play in a tight 5 package that tells you everything you need to know, while also sparing me the agony of coming up with 7 different car metaphors for how the game functions. Here's 5 games in 5 minutes. As I mentioned in my May Games video, Animal Well was one of the biggest indie releases to hit this year, and you know I jumped all over it the day it came out. If you've ever played The Swapper, Tokitori 2, or Alwa's Awakening, you're already in the right headspace to enjoy Animal Well. But for those who want to stick around after the credits roll, there's a lot more to find. There's eggs littered all over the game world, and doors that will only open as you reach certain collection milestones. Each of these doors reveals something new that allows you to explore even more of the world, whether it's a new tool or new information, or something you'll have to figure out on your own. But even after collecting all of the eggs, there's still more to find, with secret codes and directions hidden all throughout the well's many rooms. You'll even figure out new tricks with your existing tools that get you through some of the trickiest puzzles, and there are even achievements tied to these tricks. The world is literally dripping with atmosphere, with a neon-infused, physics-oriented world and moody ambient synth music. I won't lie that there were some puzzles near the end of my second playthrough that felt a little ridiculous, but each discovery brought out so much joy that it balanced out the moments that drove me up a wall. Animal Well is an easy recommendation to the curious and the dexterous, and a phenomenal debut from Billy Basso. Before Compile Corporation shook up the Falling Block landscape with Puyo Puyo, they released a more forgotten but no less beloved cult classic for the NES in 1988 called The Guardian Legend. It mixed together the top-down dungeon crawler genre of Zelda or Blaster Master with the on-rails spaceship shoot-'em-up genre, and we've really not seen anything quite like it since. Until Astrolancer, that is, which is a mostly pitch-perfect tribute to that action hybrid. It even imitates the original Nintendo's aspect ratio and color palette, and it controls like an NES game as well, with shooting not being of the twin-stick variety but in the direction you're facing. The game does offer a modern control mode that allows for strafing, but increases enemy health as a counterbalance. I definitely enjoyed my time playing this game, although I do think that it could have harmonized the two gameplay cores a little better. For example, the shmup sections don't have any kind of score tracker, and so if you wanted to, you could just choose not to destroy 95% of the ships and you'd still be fine. Without any enemy drops or score to chase, the shmup sections end up feeling kinda pedestrian. But for only $6, I still think this is a pretty solid experience. Sticking to the same naming convention, here's a solid indie RPG that's completely free and won't take up too much of your time. Astro Hunter Zosma is the latest in a series of free RPGs by Torch 60, and like their other titles, it's cute, charming, decently fun to navigate, and a little unconventional. While past games toyed with meta-narrative elements, this is a pure floor-by-floor dungeon crawler, if the floors were casinos and seaside harbors anyway. There's also a side dungeon that expands with each chapter, and completing it early will give you more rewards. You've got a companion who acts independently in battle, but you can allocate points to specific skills to power them up, or remove them from the selection pool. While I prefer the side-shifting mechanic of their past 2 games, this combat system is still alright, if a bit simple. But it's hard to complain with free, and the 9-hour length makes this a nice bite-sized adventure to fit in between your bigger playthroughs. Children of the Sun is unshakably confident. With its hyperkinetic narrative style and easy-to-digest gameplay mechanics, COTS allows fans of games like Sniper Elite to see the essence of the genre shaved down to the raw metal. This is an arcade puzzler about curving a magic bullet through several cult leaders' bodies, all without hitting the ground. And the game does not waste any time setting you on your road to revenge. You scamper about the perimeter lining up your first target, then bullet time your way through a complex layout of enemy routes and obstacles, until you've cleared out each camp. The game does a good job of introducing new mechanics over the course of its short 4-hour runtime, such as armored enemies that need extra distance and speed to penetrate, weak points that grant you the ability to perform a full 360-degree rotation of the bullet to wherever you please, explodable objects that can take out multiple enemies, and intermission levels that have you hunting fish, playing video games, and confronting your past. This is one of my favorite games this year, and you'll likely see it in my Game of the Year video at the end of 2024. This one got announced and released after I released my May indie game video, but if I had known Isles of Sea and Sky was coming, I would definitely have made it a headliner. It's an open-world block-pushing puzzle game with the art style of a top-down Game Boy Color game like Zelda Oracle of Seasons. If you've ever played Full Bore, you'll probably be extremely excited for what this game has to offer. There are many islands to travel to, and a lot of collectibles to grab, from artifacts that unlock various colored blocks, to musical notes hidden in each map, to stars that, well, act exactly like you'd expect stars to function in a collectathon. I get Tetris effect in my brain from playing Isles. I'll be writing script or watching TV and just thinking about puzzles I still have to solve. It's a symptom that makes a puzzle game an all-time classic, and though it's a little early to make that coronation, it's hard not to imagine this sitting alongside Baba Is You, Void Stranger, and Bonfire Peaks as one of the best Sokoban clones ever made. That was 5 games in 5 minutes. If there are any games you want to recommend, please post them in the comments below, and as always, like and subscribe. See you later!